What if I told you that the very essence of your vitality, your mood, your energy, even your ability to cope with stress, hinges on a microscopic, invisible molecule that most people have never even heard of? Imagine a world where your body, a masterpiece of biological engineering, a symphony of interconnected systems, could unravel, could falter, could even crumble without a single, often overlooked nutrient. A nutrient so fundamental, yet so silently powerful, so profoundly impactful, it orchestrates the very rhythm and melody of your life, from the deepest reaches of your brain, sculpting your thoughts and emotions, to the furthest extensions of your physical being, dictating your strength and endurance. It acts as a silent conductor in the grandest concert you'll ever know, your own existence. This isn't a speculative tale from the pages of a science fiction novel, it's the profound, often unsettling truth about a hidden power that resides within us all, a force that silently dictates our potential, waiting to be acknowledged, waiting to be understood. Are you ready to peer behind the curtain of biology and discover the identity of this unseen maestro, this vital architect of your life? Deep within the intricate, pulsating machinery of every single cell that comprises your body, from the tips of your hair to the soles of your feet, a silent architect tirelessly labors, unseen, unheard, yet profoundly effective, shaping the very pillars of our being. It's a molecule whispered about in the hushed, reverent tones of advanced biochemistry, known simply as vitamin B5, or more formally, pantothenic acid. But don't let its seemingly humble, almost innocuous name deceive you. This isn't merely another entry on a vast nutritional label, a fleeting mention in a textbook. It is a fundamental key, a master craftsman wielding an arsenal of intricate tools that meticulously craft the most vital components of our existence, the very foundations upon which our health and well-being are constructed. Its omnipresent yet delicate presence dictates the precise rhythm of our internal world, from the subtle, fleeting pulses of hormonal messages that regulate our emotions and reactions, to the roaring, unyielding furnace of our metabolic energy, which fuels every beat of our heart, every breath we take. Without its precise, unwavering guidance, the incredibly complex, often chaotic dance of life within us would inevitably falter, stumble, and eventually cease, dissolving into biological disarray. It doesn't scream for attention, it makes no grand pronouncements, yet its absence would shatter the exquisite harmony, leaving behind a profound, agonizing cacophony of biological distress, a symphony of suffering where order once reigned. It is the unseen hand that turns the most critical gears of life, ensuring that the grand symphony plays on, note by perfect note, a testament to its indispensable, silent power. This humble vitamin isn't just an ingredient, something merely added, it's an indispensable participant, a hidden force dictating the very pace, the very quality, the very essence of our lives, from the vibrant vigor of our first breath to the quiet dignity of our last, a silent sentinel guarding our intricate biological legacy against entropy and decay. It is the secret power behind the curtain, determining whether the show goes on. Now, let us peer into the delicate, often tumultuous equilibrium of your inner world, a realm governed by a ceaseless, intricate flow of chemical messengers, your hormones. These potent, minuscule signals dictate everything from your instantaneous stress response to your deepest, most primal desires, subtly shaping your mood, sculpting your emotional resilience, and even defining the subtle nuances of your very identity. Here, within this profoundly sensitive hormonal landscape, B5 emerges not just as an assistant, but as a crucial enabler, a silent, indispensable partner in the very production of these powerful orchestrators of your being. It doesn't just casually assist, it is intricately woven into the very fabric of their creation, especially the critical adrenal hormones, such as cortisol. This isn't merely about the subjective feeling of being stressed, it's about your body's fundamental, primal capacity to react, to adapt, and ultimately, to survive in a world filled with challenges. When the relentless demands of modern life, the constant pressure from work, the sleepless nights spent worrying, the unrelenting, accelerating pace of existence, weigh down upon you, it is your adrenal glands that are called upon to rise to the occasion. They are the frontline responders, tasked with flooding your system with the necessary, life-saving compounds to push through, to fight, or to flee. And at the very heart of their ability to execute this monumental task, lies vitamin B5, acting as a crucial, irreplaceable building block, a vital cog in the complex, highly sensitive enzymatic machinery required for steroid hormone synthesis. Without an adequate, consistent supply of B5, this intricate, life-preserving factory begins to sputter, to falter, diminishing your body's innate ability to mount an effective, robust defense, leaving you alarmingly vulnerable, profoundly drained, and desperately struggling to reclaim your internal balance, your peace of mind. It's not just a hormone, it's your body's primal scream for adaptation, for survival, and B5 is the profound, unseen voice that enables it. Indeed, B5 is an indispensable component of coenzyme A, CoA, a molecule sometimes referred to as the master regulator of metabolism, its tendrils reaching into and orchestrating over 100 metabolic reactions, including the very first, critical steps in the synthesis of all steroid hormones. This hidden yet ubiquitous connection profoundly underscores its widespread, undeniable influence, not just in specific, isolated biochemical pathways, but across the entire, vast, interconnected landscape of metabolic life, acting as the ultimate, unseen controller. Now, let's turn our gaze to the pulsating, undeniable heart of your very existence, energy. Every conscious thought you conceive, every intentional movement you execute, every rhythmic beat of your heart, every fleeting flicker of an idea that ignites within your mind, demands a relentless, unwavering supply of power. This isn't some mystical force or abstract concept, it's a meticulously choreographed biochemical dance, a complex, elegant ballet that transforms the food you diligently consume into the very fuel, the raw, potent energy that animates your every cell, that brings you to life. And in this grand, intricate theater of energy metabolism, vitamin B5 takes not just a role, but center stage, not as a flamboyant showman seeking applause, but as the meticulous, indispensable stage manager, the unseen force ensuring every prop is precisely in place, every light cue hit exactly on time, every actor perfectly positioned for their performance. It is fundamental, an absolute cornerstone, to the efficient functioning of the Krebs cycle, sometimes known as the citric acid cycle, the central, high-octane power plant of your cells, where the molecular remnants of the sugars, fats, and proteins you ingest are systematically dismantled, their stored energy meticulously harvested to forge ATP, adenosine triphosphate, the universal, undeniable energy currency of all life. Imagine for a moment a world, your internal world, where this currency becomes scarce, where the power grid of your being flickers erratically, threatening to plunge your entire internal city into an unnerving, profound darkness. That, my friends, is the grim, debilitating prospect without a consistent, sufficient supply of B5. Your muscles, once strong and reliable, would fatigue prematurely, giving way to an inexplicable weakness. Your brain, once sharp and focused, would struggle desperately to concentrate, to retain information, to think clearly. And the very spark of your vitality, your zest for life, would undeniably dim, replaced by a pervasive, debilitating lassitude. It doesn't just contribute in a minor way, it's foundational, an absolute, non-negotiable prerequisite for the efficient, uninterrupted conversion of myriad nutrients into usable, life-sustaining energy. It ensures that the cellular furnace burns brightly, fiercely, providing the continuous, unwavering power required to sustain the complex, breathtaking miracle that is you, from your deepest subconscious drives to your most conscious actions. The very name, Pantothenic, derived from the ancient Greek word pantothen, meaning from everywhere, subtly yet profoundly hints at its pervasive, ubiquitous, yet often entirely overlooked presence in tiny, critical amounts across almost all living cells and a vast spectrum of foods, a ubiquitous whisper of biological necessity, a constant reminder of its unseen importance. This omnipresent demand, coupled with its utterly critical role, highlights how easily a silent, unacknowledged deficit can inexorably cascade into profound, widespread systemic dysfunction, making the seemingly trivial truly monumental, the unseen, the utterly essential. Beyond the immediate, pressing demands of hormone synthesis and the relentless generation of energy, vitamin B5 silently, yet profoundly, contributes to the very architecture, the very structural integrity of your being. It is an unsung hero, a hidden master builder, in the intricate, ceaseless synthesis of fatty acids, the fundamental, crucial building blocks of virtually every single cell membrane, those intelligent, dynamic boundaries of life, the protective, insulating sheaths that meticulously wrap around your delicate nerves, ensuring rapid communication, and the vital components of countless signaling molecules that orchestrate cellular dialogue. Think of your cell membranes not as passive barriers, but as the intelligent, responsive skin of your cells, selectively allowing substances in and out, meticulously maintaining cellular integrity, and facilitating crucial intercellular communication. These aren't just inert walls, they are dynamic, fluid, responsive interfaces, intricate gates and channels, and their proper, robust construction relies heavily, critically, on the precise assembly of fatty acids. Without B5, this intricate, vital construction process falters, begins to sputter, leading to profoundly compromised cellular structure, severely impaired communication networks between cells, and a host of downstream issues that ripple destructively through every system, every organ, every tissue in your body. It's like trying to build an incredibly sophisticated supercomputer without the most core, essential circuits. The entire system becomes inherently unstable, frighteningly prone to errors, and ultimately, irredeemably dysfunctional, leading to a breakdown of order. Furthermore, these meticulously synthesized fatty acids are absolutely crucial for the insulation of your nerves, forming the vital myelin sheath, a fatty, protective covering that allows electrical impulses to travel at lightning speed, ensuring swift, precise communication throughout your nervous system. Compromise this myelin, and the very clarity of your thoughts, the precise coordination of your movements, the acute efficiency of your sensory input, your ability to react and respond, can all be irrevocably diminished, slowed, or even lost. B5 is not merely involved as a minor player, it is the linchpin, the master builder dictating the quality, the resilience, and the functionality of these absolutely essential, life-sustaining structures. Its profound importance is so undeniably critical, so deeply fundamental, that a severe, prolonged deficiency can lead to the horrifying burning feet syndrome, an excruciatingly distinct neurological symptom observed in prisoners of war due to extreme, prolonged nutritional deprivation, a chilling, stark illustration of its critical, non-negotiable role in maintaining optimal nerve health and overall biological integrity. This chilling historical note, a dark echo from the past, serves as a stark, undeniable reminder of the profound, devastating consequences when this silent maestro is entirely, cruelly absent from the grand, intricate symphony of life, turning harmony into agony. So, where, then, does this hidden maestro, this unseen orchestrator, this vital architect of our very existence, choose to reside? How do we, in our modern, often disconnected lives, invite this silent, indispensable conductor into our internal concert, ensuring the symphony of our health plays on without faltering? Nature, in its infinite, profound wisdom, its ceaseless generosity, has scattered B5 across a surprisingly vast, intricate array of everyday foods, often nestled in humble, unassuming, yet potent packages. It's present in the luminous, golden yolk of an egg, that tiny, perfect capsule of life-sustaining power, offering a complete, harmonious profile of essential nutrients, a testament to nature's design. It's found cradled within the creamy, vibrant flesh of an avocado, a magnificent green fruit brimming with healthy, nourishing fats and a rich spectrum of micronutrients, a true superfood. And it's intrinsically woven into the hearty, grounding embrace of whole grains, the ancient staples that have nourished civilizations for millennia, providing a sustained, consistent release of energy and a multitude of vital cofactors, a direct link to the Earth's bounty. These aren't just mere ingredients to be consumed, they are nature's silent gifts, each carrying a fragment of the universal blueprint for health, a whisper of life itself. Imagine the sun-drenched fields where these grains sway, the fertile soil from which the avocado tree draws its sustenance, the intricate biological processes of growth and transformation that imbue these foods with their inherent, life-giving potency. Every conscious bite becomes a communion with nature's profound wisdom, a quiet, powerful affirmation of the intricate, delicate balance that sustains us all, a ritual of nourishment. But here, my friends, is the insidious, often overlooked twist, the subtle deception of modern living. While the very name Pantothenic means from everywhere, hinting at its ubiquity, the processes of modern food preparation can, tragically, strip these vital foods of their delicate, precious cargo. Refining grains, through milling and bleaching, can drastically diminish B5's presence. Excessive, prolonged cooking, high heat, and certain industrial storage methods can further degrade and deplete this crucial vitamin, leaving us unknowingly, dangerously vulnerable to a subtle, insidious deficit in a world that superficially appears to be one of unparalleled abundance. The very act of living a modern, convenient, fast-paced life can inadvertently conspire against the hidden maestro, slowly, silently silencing its invaluable contribution, weakening the symphony's vital core, without us ever realizing the profound cost. Consider now the chilling, truly unsettling possibility. What if this essential conductor, this silent maestro, this indispensable orchestrator of our very existence, began to falter, its vital, unwavering contribution gradually diminishing, being slowly eroded, in the relentless, demanding cacophony of modern life? Not a sudden, dramatic, catastrophic collapse that would demand immediate attention, but a slow, insidious, almost imperceptible erosion of vitality. Imagine the quiet, devastating unraveling. Your adrenal glands, once robust, once capable of roaring into action, now merely whisper, struggling desperately to produce the precise stress hormones needed to navigate life's endless, relentless demands. The relentless, bone-deep fatigue you feel isn't just about a lack of sleep or simply being overworked. It's a profound, systemic exhaustion, a cellular power grid on the very brink of a complete, debilitating blackout, your metabolic engine sputtering, struggling, constantly on the verge of stalling. The subtle, persistent fog in your mind, the difficulty concentrating, the struggle to recall names or facts, isn't just a benign sign of being busy. It's the insidious consequence of compromised myelin, the slower neural signals, the very architecture of your thought processes, your cognitive clarity, subtly, imperceptibly degrading. You feel it in the creeping, gnawing anxiety that seems to have no origin, the unexplained aches and pains that persist despite rest, the profound, diminished resilience to everyday stressors, the overwhelming, undeniable sense that something fundamental, something absolutely critical, is missing from your core, yet you can't quite grasp what it is, can't quite name the invisible assailant. It's the sensation of being perpetually on the edge, of your body fighting a silent, desperate, losing war against an unseen enemy, the insidious, creeping absence of a crucial, indispensable ally. This isn't just about a mere vitamin deficiency that can be easily remedied, it's about the very integrity of your being, the fundamental, intricate machinery of life slowly, painfully succumbing to the absence of its prime orchestrator. The true terror lies not in a sudden, catastrophic event, but in the slow, almost imperceptible decline, where the vibrant hues of life slowly dull, the energetic spark within completely wanes, and the spirit itself begins to fray, to unravel, all while the world around you, oblivious, continues to tell you to just push harder, to snap out of it. This, my friends, is the profound, terrifying power of the hidden maestro, its silent, absolute control over the very fabric of our vitality, a stark, sobering reminder of our profound, undeniable reliance on the smallest, most unassuming, yet most utterly essential elements of nature, dictating the very difference between thriving and merely existing. The universe's subtle, profound wisdom is woven into the very fabric of life, often manifesting in the smallest, most unassuming forms, commanding an awe-inspiring, deep respect for nature's intricate, breathtaking design.